It can take years to get just one video to hit 1 million views, let alone dozens like my clients. But this doesn't just happen by accident. It's no easy task, and it's not what you think, and it's definitely not luck. It comes down to a handful of small decisions that most people don't even notice, but if you aren't making these changes, your video can be great, but still be getting buried. I've been Pilot Debrief's editor for over 2 years now. That's the #1 aviation mishap channel on YouTube. Today, I'm going to share with you my 5 secret editing tips that I use on every single video with over 1 million views, so you can start doing the same today. Let's start with the biggest mistake I see people make when editing videos. The first thing that we're going to want to talk about is cutting dead space. Now, the biggest thing is when you have a long video, there's going to be a lot of pauses in there. Even in this video that I'm editing right now, there's a lot of awkward pausing and stopping that just happens naturally, or like filler words that people will use like ums and buts or so's or things like that that need to be cut out of the actual video itself. Basically, there's a few ways to do this. The first thing you should do when you get into your project is I use the actual audio itself to kind of see where these dead spaces are. Now, obviously this one was already cut for me, but the actual cuts weren't made. So you would go in and manually do this and cut those end pieces off. Do that before you actually get into the meat of your edit, because it's going to save you a lot of time down the line and save you from a lot of mistakes. Another thing that really helps is having scripts for your clients or for yourself. That way you kind of know and you can follow along with what's happening while you're editing. A cool tool that makes this way faster is called Gling AI, and I'll just show you how that works. Gling AI is super awesome. This is going to be a tool that will cut down and transcribe the entire video for you. It can also enhance your audio, cut your bad takes, remove filler words. You can do B-roll, like and subscribe buttons, all that cool stuff. But I'm not even going to enhance the audio because we already did that. So remove filler words, cut bad takes. I'm going to remove the cut bad takes because sometimes it cuts out some of the actual project itself, but we'll cut silences and enhance and edit and let AI do its thing. In just about 5 minutes, everything is done for you and you don't have to sit through and do it yourself. So usually during that time, what I do is I go and work on other projects or emails or things like that while it's actually doing that. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Okay, so it's done. And as you can see right here, it went through and transcribed the entire video. Now, like I said, I went into a lot more detail on how to use this, but the major thing that you want to worry about is going in here and padding those transitions a little bit by like 0.1 second, apply it, and you're just going to click export, and the export's immediate. You're going to export into whatever editor that you use. For us, it's Premiere. Export into XML, and then I will save that right into my Pilot Debrief folder. And I want to show you how simple this is, because I can just take this XML file right here and drag it into my project, and I will get a fully edited sequence that cut this down for me. So this original video is 11 minutes and 6 seconds long. This cut out, let's see here, that's 9 minutes, 30 seconds. So it cut out about 1.5 minutes of fluff and pauses. And now you can just use this project however you want. And let's say it messed up, you can bring this down, or you can drag these out as well. And it keeps the original video file on there without altering it, which is a huge thing. So that's the first thing. Now, what happens in the first 30 seconds is super important, and let's talk about why. I wanted to mention my Sunday Edit Kit, which is going to be all these presets that we're about to use. You can get it at the link below or scan the QR code on your screen and download it. It's completely free. Your hook is going to be incredibly important. Let's just watch this hook that Pilot Debrief has on his video, and I'll break down why it works so well.
This is Dave, and he's a pilot that makes YouTube videos, and one day he decided to go flying in Hell's Canyon, but unfortunately something went horribly wrong, and he crashed, and the whole thing was caught on camera.
Oh, shit, man. Damn it.
That's why today we're going to take a look at what really happened and the mistakes that were made. I'm Hoover, and welcome to your Pilot Debrief.
One of the greatest jobs of your hook is not to be super exciting per se, but it makes a promise. It tells viewers why you deserve their full attention for however long your video is. What are you showing them? What are you talking about? What is the video about? And what does the viewer get out of it? And that's exactly what you need to do for every single video. And that works in any kind of niche. It could be real estate, it could be finance, it could be anything at all, ever. Think of it like this. You're gonna have a hook, a problem, your setup, your credibility, and your transition. So I went through and did my hook, my problem, my setup, and credibility a little bit, and my transition on here that gets into my first point. Now, hook. This is what's gonna keep people actually engaged. You already earned the click with your title and thumbnail, and now you have like this, what we call a video thumbnail, which is the hook. It can take years to get just one video to hit 1 million views, let alone dozens like my clients, but this doesn't just happen by accident. Right there, I kind of set up what you're clicking on the video for, and then I get right into how I am applying this in this video. And then I set it up with some credibility. I've been editing for Pilot Debrief for 2 years. Pilot Debrief did the same thing in his video where he is talking about who this is, the situation that's happening. He cuts to the actual end of the video and shows you what you're going to be looking at later in the video. And then he promises you something.
That's why today we're going to take a look at what really happened.
That's why today we're going to take a look at what really happened and what mistakes Dave made or what Dave could have done differently. I'm Hoover. Welcome to Pilot Debrief. This is a perfect example of a hook, and it's what you should be doing for every single video. I challenge you guys to look at every single video that you're making and think, why do I deserve the viewer's watch time? That is going to be way more important than how can I make this exciting? What can I do different? You don't need to do anything different. Do what works. Another big part of that is going to be making sure that there's motion going on, which is crucial to maintaining viewership throughout the video. So what does that look like? Number 3, nothing sits still for longer than 10 to 20 seconds. This is the biggest mistake that I see creators make all the time. There's not enough going on the video to keep people engaged. We're only talking about motion of the actual shot itself. Now, I'm not talking about running around and filming yourself moving. That's one way to do it. But a lot of these videos that you guys are going to be making and that my clients make are just sitting at a table talking. So how do you add that motion? We had this shot here, and it is 20 seconds long, okay? I know that I don't want this shot to be sitting still longer than it has to be. So all I do is I go to my Sunday Edit Kit preset, which is available to download at the link below or by scanning the QR code on the screen right here. I go to that preset and I get my slow zoom preset and I just add it to the video. Now, this is just a slow motion. I'll move this a little bit. This is just a slow motion that you add to the video to keep the viewer engaged. And look at just how often this happens. There's shots throughout this entire video where there's going to be slow zooms. So right here, there's another slow zoom. How long is that? That's only 10 seconds. And I still added the slow zoom there. And right here at this part here, this is only 6 seconds, but I added a little bit of a slow zoom to it. If something hasn't changed in your video in about 15 to 20 seconds, you probably want to just add a slow zoom to it. And about every 15 to 20 seconds, you need to be asking yourself, what can I change to make this feel new again? The point isn't to overwhelm your audience. You don't need all these crazy zoom ins, punch ins, punch outs. Now, those are all great, but it's to make the video not feel stagnant. And that keeps viewers engaged, whether they realize it or not. And there's another really great way that you can do this with your videos, and that's by adding supporting B-roll. So let's just take a look at this shot here without any B-roll at all, okay?
Flying in some of the most scenic locations, landing in backcountry airstrips all over Utah, Idaho, California, and Oregon.
Okay, so you can see it's just him talking to the camera right there. Now, I want you to understand something. When somebody's watching a video, you need to add credibility to that, and you do that by adding supporting text and supporting B-roll to what you're talking about. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can even use stock footage sometimes, but it keeps viewers engaged. B-roll isn't just there to make your video look better, it's there to reinforce what you're talking about and to keep the story moving. It's also another really great way to hide jump cuts, where if you slip up or you had to retake part of your sentence halfway through, you can cover it up with B-roll that reinforces what you're saying, and that actually increases your watch time. It keeps people engaged with your video. Now, let's watch the same clip with supporting B-roll.
To experience flying in some of the most scenic locations, landing in backcountry airstrips all over Utah, Idaho, California, and Oregon.
Look at that. That feels so much better and more engaging because things are constantly changing and we're reinforcing what he's talking about. Now, one of the overwhelming things that happens with editing videos is trying to re-edit the same kind of video over and over again, and it's like a monumental task. I'm going to show you how to build one template and reuse it for every single video. So here you're going to see how I have it laid out. Now, it's not every single thing, but it's the things that are the most time consuming on the edit. I would take this project right here, which is a longer video that I did that was 43 minutes long, and I take the highlights from it and the more complicated things that I don't enjoy doing over and over again and trying to recreate the exact same thing. This will create consistency across all your videos too, so viewers kind of know what to expect as they watch. Now, you can label every single thing. So for the title effect, I have it all right here, right there, boom. Day overlay, right there. Exactly what it needs to be every time. Victim information, this is all for Pilot Debrief, but you could apply this to your own videos too, anything that you do. I highlight this, got it right here. Transcript overlay. Okay, I've got all my highlights and everything that I need whenever there's a transcript happening on the video. My lower third text overlay. Got it right here. Image with source. Right here. Info overlay. A little bit different way to lay out information. I have it all right there. And ACAM mask overlay. So if I need to overlay the person talking on the video, I've got the top right, bottom left, top left. And it's super simple to do, and you can open up this project alongside your other project that you're working on, and it is literally as simple as I can copy this whole thing, Command C, go to the project that I'm working on, and I could just paste it in right here. Boom. This makes it to where you're not rebuilding your workflow from scratch every single time. You can save the most time on the complicated things, and you can set aside time for the things that matter most, which is cutting the dead space, the hook, supporting B-roll, and making sure that things are moving as they should be while you're talking. And you're saying, oh, well, now I have to go, how do I access this project? How do I share this with my editor? How do I do all that stuff? It's super simple. You're going to go up to File at the top, Project Manager, and you are going to take your base project, save it wherever you want, and you're going to export that project, just like this. Boom, done. And this will save right here as a copied project with all of your assets in there. That way you never have to go looking for them again. It's super awesome, and this project will pull directly from that bin, that folder that it's in, and you're not going to have to go searching for files, relinking media. It's going to save you so much time. Now, editing a video to go viral is all well and good, but how do you do that without wasting half your life editing? That's exactly what I broke down in this video right here, so if you're struggling with editing, go check it out right now.